There are key obstacles to achieving democracy in Venezuela, which can be categorized as domestic, regional, or international. This text highlights 5 major barriers to freedom and fairness in the country. First, the U.S. foreign policy in Latin America has faced paralysis. The U.S. has intervened in the region many times, with both positive and negative outcomes. A notable intervention was during President Bush's administration in 1989, when the U.S. military acted in Panama to capture dictator Manuel Noriega. A large majority of Panamanians supported this action, and today, Panama enjoys a democratic political system. However, the continued negative portrayal of U.S. interventions has hindered effective foreign policy, despite recent efforts by Secretary of State Marco Rubio to revitalize it. Second, the American left has narratives that misrepresent the situation in Venezuela. An article from the Wall Street Journal described Nicolás Maduro as nearly untouchable, overlooking the high incidence of coups in Venezuelan history and the fact that President Edmundo González Urrutia was legitimately elected in 2024. Notably, the article did not mention opposition leader Maria Corina Machado, a Nobel Peace Prize winner recognized for her efforts toward democracy. Third, many Latin American countries, including Mexico, Brazil, and Colombia, lean toward socialism. The U.S. Justice Department revealed that the Maduro regime has funded leftist political movements worldwide for years. This socialist narrative has helped the Maduro regime maintain its power and has found sympathy among left-wing media. In the U.S. Fourth, the Maduro regime is characterized as a brutal dictatorship. Following his electoral defeat in 2024, Maduro intensified repression, leading to numerous human rights violations, including arbitrary detentions and torture. The United Nations reported an alarming trend of abuses, while the U.S. media has largely ignored these developments. The plight of Venezuelans has led to 7.9 million citizens fleeing the nation, a crisis that requires urgent attention. Fifth, there is a rising interest in the U.S. military pressure on Venezuela under the Trump administration. Many Venezuelans in exile support this action on social media, although it is unlikely that U.S. ground troops will be deployed. Americans should not risk their lives for the freedom of Venezuelans unless those citizens are willing to fight for their own rights. Venezuelans must take the lead in advocating for their freedom, including potentially using more aggressive resistance methods. Despite the dire situation in Venezuela, there is hope for significant change, bolstered by support from groups like the Catholic Church. Venezuelan Cardinal Baltasar Porras recently spoke out against the persecution of the people, emphasizing the need to address the erosion of civic freedoms and other societal issues. Ultimately, Venezuelans need to actively seek liberation, leveraging social media and public demonstrations, while also hoping for support from the American public for their struggle for democracy.